like this, don't come in a box score. Keenan with the Kel, just give me the rock more. Weather off the glass, nothing but the net. I'ma get you set, pick and roll, we can go with the whole four. Dick Vitale, look at diaper dandy. NCAA with the great handy.
All right, welcome to another episode of the Courtside Conference Podcast. I'm your host, Sam Scott. We got a special guest. Not waiting to get on here for some months now, my boy Trey Adele. What's good, bro?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm finally here, man. I'm finally here. It's been a
Finally
while.
here. It's been a long while. We waiting.
For a bit, right? Shoot, I don't know. I've been having a lot of shit to do, man. So I'm glad to be here. Glad we can talk some hoops.
Yeah, so I'm glad to be back. My first episode, like, when was All Stars? And I was like late February.
Damn. All right.
And we did the JB podcast. Snap. So where you from? Maine, right?
Yeah, I'm from Maine. Born and raised.
So how far is that from Mass?
That's about okay. So from my old house in Portland, it was around 2.5 hours, and now it's probably around like 3.
Like 3. Oh,
Yeah.
For sure. I always associate that whole New England area as like one big state.
Right? Everyone, bro, I can't even tell you how many times like I'll meet someone from out of state, and I'll tell them like, hey, or not, just like talking online or something like that, and they'll just be like, so where's Maine at? And that's right next to Mass, right? And I'm like, yeah, kind of, not really, but right.
Do you y'all eat more Dunkins than the average person up there too?
Hell yeah, bro! I love Dunkin'. You know what I mean. That's the only place I'll get a bagel at. Other than that, you know what I mean.
Y'all kill me, man. Let's get the who. So you a C's fan like the rest of us. So when did you become a fan exactly?
Let's see. When was I born? So May 12th, 1997. So right then.
Right.
My dad's from Boston, so that's really the only team in this house. I mean, I don't really follow other sports. If I did, I'd probably be a Pats fan. I'm not. My dad hates that.
No. So what's your first memory of the squad? So what year, like, do you first remember watching the Celtics game?
To be honest, my first memory is probably my first game that I went to. I remember it was probably like 04. I distinctly remember it just because it was the first. I think it was either the first or second year Shaq was there in Miami because they were playing the Heat, and I know Al Jefferson was at the game. So yeah, I think it was 05. And I remember, yeah, that was actually a pretty fun game. I'm pretty sure I got Delonte West autograph that game. That was pretty sweet.
You got to see young D Wade and Paul live.
Young Paul. Paul was definitely my favorite player growing up. I got his jersey at the game. I bought that, and yeah, that was a fun game. I've been, we go to games at least. We try to go at least like once every year or every other year.
But y'all going like any time this season for next 10 games or so?
No, I still haven't gotten vaccinated. My dad just got vaccinated, so we're no games this year. Probably we'll see where I'm at next year, and we'll probably try to catch a game somewhere.
All right, that's he responded well to the vaccination.
Yeah, he had any side effects. I don't think he got a second dose yet, but from the first shot he got, he didn't get anything.
So I just got a headache on my jaw.
I got my appointment this week, so we'll see.
Oh, for sure. Salute, man. I got my joint. I'm in that morning. So I was working overnight, and I got that morning. I got off from work. Man, my arm was hurting. So I think I rolled over on my arm while I got the shot, and I immediately woke up.
Yeah, dude. My mom was like, she couldn't move her arm for 2 days when she got it. I was like,
it'd be like that. I had to go move freaking furniture to death. I got my second shot.
Shoot, I mean, I was a little worried about that, but at the end of the day, I guess it's better than being on a fucking vent for 3 months. You know what I mean? So
exactly. That's all shots. So leave your arm in pain. So
right.
be all good. get to the C's this season. It's been a frustrating.
When did you become a Chiefs fan?
I came a C's fan like I want to say I was in like 8th grade. It's when I was like a casual watcher of hoops. I think my favorite teams to watch growing up was like the Suns. I would rock with Steve Nash, super heavy.
Yeah.
AI, of course, because like Virginia, that's like our superhero.
See
And of
me.
course, my brothers was like super Shaq fans,
Yeah.
and I started watching the Celtics, and they was like real like heavy LeBron fans for a while. So I really started rooting for the Celtics to like kind of troll them at one point. So I was like being like the like annoying little brother. So I just wanted to like do the opposite of whoever they're rooting for. So I was like, oh, the Celtics are gonna beat them. It was like the second round in like 2010. So I was like, oh, they're gonna lose, whatever. So I just started watching. I was like, this kind of cool.
Hey,
I was like, these dudes is cold.
Okay. See you.
So that whole playoff, I got kind of hooked. And when they lost in the finals, I was in my room like heartbroken. So that's when I knew I was there.
I still honestly, since that game came on, I've only watched that game once, and it was actually, I think, like 6 months ago. It was just on in the living room, whatever, and I was like, "Nah, turn this shit off."
That's more times I don't watched it.
I seriously, I that game, I don't think I turned on Sports Center for maybe like 3 months. I couldn't talk to my friends or not, because I remember that whole year they was clowning me. Oh, your seats fucking suck, bro.
It was like that. It was a rough summer for us, man.
It was terrible, man.
Oh man, I ain't watched no basketball related content until like the decision, which was like a month later.
Oh yeah, that was that summer. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we knocked Braun out in the semis in 6, and then he went to Miami. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That was a fun time in my house. So I was having a ball for like those like first couple of days after he took the jersey off and walked out.
Dude, that was great. I had one friend who was a huge Braun fan, and I was on his ass all week. It's like, bro, I'm not letting up. You was talking this shit all year, and we just got you out of here in 6, bro.
Exactly. Those are the good days till Brown figured out how to like start winning playoff games. And just never losing again.
Oh my goodness, I can't even look at that dude without feeling pain, bro.
And, in 2012, I bet my brother like $20 that we'd like beat him in the ECF. So after game 5, I was like walking around my house like pretty like chest off for at least like 3 days. Up until game 6, I was like, oh no. And that happened like get my first job that summer, and then they like lost the series, so I ain't had no excuse not to pay him. So I was like, all right.
I remember that game 5 because I remember immediately after I changed my profile pic on Facebook to the Paul Pierce shot over him, and I was talking cash shit, man. I was like, I was writing checks my mouth really could not cash.
Exactly. Those are the last glory days, literally. Oh my god! But speaking of the Celtics this season, it's been a frustrating season for all of us. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where is your like investment in the team at?
Investment is always at a 10, man. I'm not even gonna lie and say like, oh, they're losing. I can't even watch games. Blah blah blah. Win or lose, I'm gonna watch.
Oh man, you're a sick guy.
I'm in too deep at this point. You know what I mean, bro? I watched all 82 the last time they missed the playoffs. I'm not gonna. So at the end of the day, I think they still got Tatum, they still got Brown, so it's like on a night-to-night basis, it's still kind of sometimes fun to watch them.
Yeah.
I'm still holding out hope that they get right, but I'm still at a 10. I'm still at a 10.
Oh man, my interest was waning like the last couple of weeks. Then the win streak recently kind of brought me back. I was like, yeah, I'm off this season. Who cares? They suck. Then they won like what? 6, I think after the Suns game, I was just like cheesing. I was like, yeah, we here.
We back.
Then the last 2 games been kind of rough, but I mean injuries and stuff like that. So
the whole season, like, it's a weird vibe to it. With just like, I can like, I don't know. I'm having like trouble like getting too mad about it, knowing the circumstances and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is shitty basketball. I don't want to be watching this shit. You know what I mean? Like, so it's
Exactly.
kind of hard for me to wrap my head around.
I told myself at the beginning of the season, as long as both Jays average like 25 and make the All Star team,
Oh,
I was good.
right, right. You know what I mean? Like those dudes are. I mean, those dudes are just so good. You know, I can't even like. I want to say that like I saw this coming, but I absolutely did not see this coming
Yeah,
when they when they drafted them. So I'm just at this point it's just house money, with whatever they do.
pretty much. Eating good for the next couple of years, regardless. So
I mean, as long as nobody leaves, then I'm not gonna be complaining here.
yeah, we got a smart free agency coming up, but next summer though.
I think so. It's either I think it's next summer, and so him first, and then Kemba after that. So
Yeah, I think
I
Danny
mean,
pays whatever though. So
oh yeah, I think he'll probably open up the bank for Smart. I would say
that
anything under 25 a year, I would absolutely be like, just do it. You know what I mean? He's probably on the open market he probably gets like 20.
He keeps screaming. That's what.
But
yeah,
I would give him an extra 5 just because Smart.
pretty much slide on some cash on the table.
Hometown discount, or not even discount, hometown bonus basically.
Exactly. You think they resign Fournier?
I think so. I think I don't see a reason why you would do that move unless you are at least open to the possibility that hey, we're gonna try to get you in, maybe not at like 20. If it was like okay, if it was like 20, if you got an offer for like 24, 25, then I'd be like a little bit like, all right, let's take a step back and see if we really do really need this piece, and we'll come back to the table. But if it was like 19 to 20, just do it. I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I'm not even like fronting about that, just because at that point it's just you're playing with Wick Grossbeck's money. I don't give a fuck what kind
exactly.
of
It's
check.
not my money. So
I don't give a single fuck if Rick Grossbeck has to write an extra check at the end of the year for some luxury tax payment that nobody else is going to
exactly.
see.
Which been saying for like 3 years now that he wasn't to pay the luxury tax. So first come to shove, if he don't pay the luxury tax, it's the only time to rough.
Shut up, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got Sincoro, the tequila shit y'all doing with Michael Jordan and Jimmy Butler. Y'all are at least making $10 million a year off that. So, if you can't slide another 10 to Evan and be like, yo, maybe just give him some like stock ownership or something. I don't care.
Exactly. I heard
Like,
I heard fans say they was like, well, he's kind of he's not the wealthiest owner. And it's like, who cares?
Wick and them are all freaking hedge fund billionaires that have probably like 20 million stashed in like a Cayman's account that they haven't even touched in 10 years. You know what I mean? Like that's how rich Wick is. So
Exactly.
you might not be Bill Gates, but he's got money.
Exactly. So anybody trying to hear that, so push come to shove, pay up, buddy.
Yeah, hey the fuck up, bro.
Exactly. You think Rob gets his money a year early?
Ooh, that's tough. Just because, you know what I mean? Like, first off, Danny doesn't even. I think JB was the first guy he ever really did that with in terms of
Yeah. It
extensions before. Even
was
Smart.
Rondo, then Avery, like 5 years later,
Yeah,
and
and so
then Jalen, which was so it's like a big gap between the guys. Yes, he
yeah,
does with.
not even Smart did that, and Smart. I don't. Smart hasn't even missed the play. We haven't even missed the playoffs to Smart in his entire career, and you know what I mean. He's been playing all defense since he first got here, and I don't. I
Exactly.
mean, it is a different. It's a different. We're in a different spot as a team, and so I mean, if that, maybe that factors into it, but I think he's a guy that's probably uh a guy that you kind of wait until he's restricted. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if you can get him on a discount, sure. But if I'm his agent, I'm telling him don't even. You know what I mean? If it's anything under what 100 mil, because I think I just saw Jarrett Allen is going to get 5 years, 100 mil this year, or something like.
Jared,
I
okay.
saw that a while ago, and I was like, Jarrett Allen, $100 million, man.
Jared
I mean,
Allen earned 100 mil. Okay.
If I'm Rob and I see that, I'm like, okay, then I'm worth at least 150. You know,
Exactly.
you know.
Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not watching enough Cavs games this year.
I mean, he's nice like that, but $100 million for what to get you what 13 and 10 a night?
Exactly. No, thank you.
I, maybe Mother Nate, maybe God did not bless me with with height because that's I'm in the wrong profession, bro.
Exactly. I'm about to freaking go outside. We finish recording. Go get some shots up real quick.
Let me get some stilts and and a hoop.
See if I give me a 10-day real quick. Oh man, but I'm happy for Rob though that he's finally like healthy enough to play
Sure,
with
man.
and start. Despite him being out right now, but that's he got.
I honestly, I had no idea who he was when we drafted him, and I saw his measurables, and I was like, okay, 6'8" guy, he could drop. All right, okay, but honestly, since the first day, he like his first minutes or whatever, he just kind of like stood out as a guy as if if he ever figures it out, then he's a 10-year guy in the league. You know what I mean?
Right. He's starting to put it together. He's like the second best passer on the team after Smart.
I mean, shoot, he might be number one. Some of these passes I see him make.
Exactly. That play during the Pacer game where he made the he was falling out of bounds and still like
Oh,
tipped it back to the corner off the offensive rebound.
the one that I don't know what game it was, but it was literally like an offensive rebound slash pass where he had the rebound, he tipped it with his hands right to the corner guy, and it got them a three. And I was just like, there's probably like 10 guys in the league making that play who can actually like one physically get that rebound and two know in that split second decision that okay, I have a guy open in the corner and I'm gonna hit him and get him an open three. And I was just like, this guy's pretty special.
Exactly. And now he's starting to like slow down for him defensively too. He still bites at like some pump fakes here and there. But that's only just like the real like elite like matchups he ever gets.
He did pretty well. I remember the game they played versus Milwaukee, and they had him on Giannis a few times, and it honestly didn't seem like it phased him. At, at this point, I think for him, like the the bar is just don't be awful on defense, and
Yeah.
like I mean, he's already going to be like a really good player because he's he steps on the court and he's what the most athletic guy. You know what I mean? He's got the
Exactly.
what a 40-inch vert, 7'6" wingspan. Like that's like you can't like that. That's the stuff you literally just can't teach.
As that dude is an animal. He lets us play like so fast and athletic
Yeah.
finally too.
Like I don't know when these last four games where he's been out, it's just like such a you can I like Tristan Thompson, but like you can tell it's just such a complete difference in pace, style, and even just effectiveness. Just with that speed, man.
Exactly. Like I get like annoyed when Rob like turns the ball over coming off like a rebound or something. But at least assume like he's mid air thinking about running the break already. And you
Yeah,
gotta appreciate that even if he does like occasionally like throw it off the back to somebody who's not ready.
I'll take yeah, exactly. Like, I'll take 10 Rob fuck up the game, and I don't what I mean. It's just like most guys you can only handle like 5 of those fuck ups before you're like, all right, get out of here.
Yeah,
Rob, it's just like you take the good with the bad.
exactly. And once guys get used to him, those fuckers are gonna stop happening. So
I know, yeah.
exactly. So good. So who you want to smoke with in the playoffs? So
I don't want smoke with. I want Milwaukee, bro. Well, no. Wait. Let me rephrase that. I want in terms of like easy. Give me like Atlanta first, please. Easily. That's 5 games easily. But
fast.
honestly, I think did they win? No, that I think they lost to the Pistons tonight. So I think likelihood in terms of what the Celtics have, I'm honestly okay with Milwaukee because I don't even. I mean, they're good, but I in the two in the they played 3 games this year, and I think the Celtics won 2 of them, and in all
Yeah,
3 of them, the Celtics got at least 120, and they didn't look like they could guard Jalen or Jason at all.
exactly.
and I don't think they had cameras for the first game either.
No, I no longer fear Chris Middleton. It's whatever.
Right? I made peace with that dude. He's gonna be the thorn in my side for a while, but I'm not gonna like walk into a playoff series and be like, oh, he's got to be worried about Chris Middleton winning them the series. You know what I mean, bro? You know what I mean?
Exactly. I low key want the Knicks on round one though. Even though
I do.
even though I know it's gonna be like a super annoying and like grinded out series, I think that'll be fun.
That would be a fun series. Like especially in my household because my dad, his coach in college was Thibodeau, and so like
Really
yeah. So that would be one that I think you'd want to see as well. And like
nice.
I honestly think that would be one series where it's like every single game is like 3-point game, but like the
Hmm.
Celtics they won them all, but it's just like one of those just like annoying ass series that you just don't. You know what I mean? It's just like it takes longer than it should.
It'd be like the Raptors series, but in the first round.
Oh my god, that was annoying, man. They should have that last year. That should have been a 5-game series. That should not have taken 7. I don't care what any Raptors fan wants to tell me. OG this, Fred VanVleet this, bro.
Oh,
That
brother.
fine.
Fred Van Vliet, OG.
Telling me he's better than Jaylen Brown. Oh my
Oh,
god.
man. I'm waiting for the tweet to hit my timeline and say the Raptors are like eliminated from the play, like mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
I cannot wait. It's kind of, I haven't gotten much joy out of rooting against them just because of the whole COVID shit. But as soon as I get the Raptors are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, it's gonna be a
I'm here.
celebration. It's gonna be a celebration.
Exactly. Yeah, I got the title and we finally got the matchup waiting like 5 years for. We won. The only one in franchise history. So we here. We undefeated as far as I'm concerned.
Right?
But it's funny though, because we had like when they had Dwayne Casey, and he's like considerably like the worst coach from Nick Nurse. Like when they had him and DeRozan, we could like never beat them in the regular season.
I never understood that shit, man.
But then they got Kawhi and got a new coach, and we tied the season series with them that season. We
Yeah.
beat them last year in the playoffs, and then they're like completely unfazed by anything they do this season.
Right,
It's the
bro, like
weirdest thing.
I, I'm pretty sure. I think going back to last season, they're like what? I think they went 3-1 last year versus them, and then 4-3 in the playoffs, and then 3-3 or 3-0 this year. So like it's
It's the
it's like
weirdest thing. Like Simi is
a
having like the best games of his life against the Raptors this season for some reason.
and fucking Grant Williams. I just don't want to miss versus them. I don't.
Exactly.
Any other team is just Brick City, but when they see them red jerseys, it's like, all right, I'm gonna turn into Ray Allen, right?
Exactly. And PP, can't forget him too.
Dude, Payton, oh, that's my guy, dude.
My God. The
Bro,
underdog.
I thought he was gonna be ass this year, man. I saw I never heard of him before the draft.
Me neither.
I just seen the picture. Someone put it on Twitter or something, and I just saw the picture of him, and I was like, "Is Danny Ainge really serious, man?"
Oh, we drafted him. I left the house during the draft to go to work, so I missed the pit. Somebody hit me. I was like, "How you feel?" Like, his ad name was Fast PP. So somebody hit me. It was like, "So how you feel about Fast PP?" I said, "Bro, what did you just say to me?" I said, "What are you talking about?"
Bro, I've never seen anybody catch uh something so fast. Like as soon as people found out about that handle, he had already he just changed it to his name. Like at least I think it probably took him like 20 minutes. Like,
Exactly. I swore he was going to be like the worst player. But
I
again, I never saw him play. Twitter was just like trashing the guy. So
I don't watch. What I mean, I watch a lot of basketball, but I do not watch college basketball. You know, what I mean, it's just not my thing. So I just
no, I
I
don't blame you.
people who do that, and I'll trust their judgment most of the times. And when the draft rolls around, I'll probably like try to binge a few scouting videos just to like get an idea of who they are. This year, I didn't even like do that, so I was just like, all
Me neither.
right, whoever age picks, I'll just try to fluff it up and act like I'm okay with it for a little bit
I,
until I see
I was
them
I was rooting
play.
for all the picks to get traded on. I was kind of
I
disappointed when we actually started like taking players and keeping them.
Oh yeah. Same here. I was not. I was thinking maybe we take one pick and consolidate the other two, and then we ended up taking two of them, and then basically
Exactly.
away,
We
trading
traded away
away.
like the best player we drafted actually.
Yeah, right. Desmond Bain, who was shooting like 50% from three this year somehow, and we just to get rid of Ennis Canner. I'm not even. At the time I was okay with it just because we were getting rid of Canner, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
fuck, it's a 30, the 30th pick. Like he's probably not any good. And of course, it's the best shooter in the draft.
the best shooter in the draft. The guy we should have drafted like at
The guy
14.
we should have drafted at 14, but we drafted the guy with the hitch to the shot, and
Right. I wanna I wanna like Nesmith, but he goes like he routinely has stretch where he looks like he was like Ricky Jalen where he's like he has never played like basketball before. And then he goes like 5 minutes and he's just like in all the right spots and making like effort plays. But he's a rookie though, so it is what it is.
I'm concerned for him just mostly because every game it seems like he doesn't care about himself. Like, you know what I mean? Like he has that reckless abandon that Marcus Smart has, but without the IQ.
Yeah.
And so just kind of like throwing himself into this tangent or like diving on the floor into like somebody's knees. And I was like, dude, you're gonna get a concussion here.
Yes, exactly. Tristan like freaking like smashes back on the floor, like diving for a rebound, like with no form or position or anything.
At least like 3 times a game it happens, you know?
Exactly. Dude just like comes like he's out of frame and he just like beams back into my screen, diving head first for like in the passing lane.
Dude is crazy. I don't I do have hopes for him, but at this point it's getting a little shaky for me because I don't see what his role is unless he's making shots and
Yeah.
just has not made shots. So it's like one of those things where it's like, all right, well, if he plays, it better be, one, you better yank him if the defense is like, targeting him or whatever. But it hasn't been that much of an issue where, I don't think Brad is playing him too much. And
Yeah.
I see people, like, why aren't you playing Nesmith? And I'm just like, bro, he's not good.
It's like he came into like the worst situation for like a rookie who's not ready to play because we really need somebody who's ready to play.
That's what I thought he was. You know what I mean? Like there was, I mean, I watched I did watch his highlights in at Vanderbilt or whatever, and I was like, okay, I can kind of see it, and it doesn't even look like he doesn't even look like the same dude. You know what I mean? Like he was confidently stepping into threes, and now it just I don't know what happened to his shot. It looks terrible now. Like he's got this weird hitch, and I'm just like, you're supposed to be a shooter, man.
Exactly. He probably just needs a summer though, so we'll see what he's
Jesus.
at next season if he's still here.
If he's hopefully. I mean, hopefully not. I won't be a dick about it, but hopefully the end of the bench has been cleaned up after this season.
I hope so. I'm praying every day.
Man. Every time I have to watch, Grant Williams try to dribble the basketball is a day
Oh
like
no.
I a little more.
And then you criticize Grant, and it's like, no, you specifically can't criticize Grant on Twitter anymore.
Bro, I said what did I say about him? I said he was a neutral defender, and some guy was like, "Bro, what did you call him?" Like he was like getting on me. You called him a neutral defender. He's the best defender on the team, and I was like, "What are you talking about? Do you want me to call him?
Exactly.
Like you want me to say, okay, he's defensive player of the year? I'm just like, he's not good. I don't know what else you want me to say.
No. Like a lot of it isn't his fault because he like plays out of position. He plays
Oh,
more minutes than he really supposed to play. But the fact that he can't play more minutes than, and like if needed to, it's kind of like a red flag.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean,
Because you want a guy who can play 30 minutes and be fine and hold ground. But after like 20 minutes of Grant and game, it's kind of like, ugh.
yeah, you're right. Precisely. Like, if he was pretty good last year when they were able to get him minutes at the five, but shoot him around him. And now it's just like, okay, if you want to get him as a five, then you're gonna play Tristan less minutes or Rob less minutes, and those guys are better than him, clearly. Luke,
Exactly.
I would like to see Luke more at the five because he's actually, a center, and he's like 7 feet, and if he contests a shot, he might be able to block it.
Exactly. And he can like shoot a little bit too. So
And at a certain point, people actually might defend him. If Grant's at the five, nobody's guarding him at the five. At
yeah,
the 3-point line, they're just not guarding him. They don't care if he shoots three.
that's all. His man is guarding Tatum.
You're right. His man is on Tatum, it's on Kemba, or it's on JB, or it's on Smart. They're playing 4-on-5 all these times. It's just like, well, I don't really want to see him. I don't want to see this anymore. I don't know how else to phrase it other than I don't want this, for my team right now.
Exactly. Let's pivot out west for a quick. So fully healthy, who coming out the west? Lakers or Clippers? Those are only two like teams I can see it happen.
Oh, same here. That's tough. I don't know. I want to say the Lakers, but I really do like what I see from the Clips this year. Like this is a different, this isn't last year's team where it was like your turn, my turn, with Kawhi and Paul George, and then Lou Will would get his turn when he gets in, and and then Marcus Morris would get his turn when he gets in. Now Ty Lue's got them playing like, like the ball's whipping around, they're knocking down open threes. Nick Batum looks like he stepped in a time machine and it's 2014 again.
Exactly.
And I don't even think Serge. I don't even think I've seen Serge on the court in maybe like a month or two, and they're still winning. Kawhi and PG take like every other day off, and they're. I'm pretty sure they won. They won versus the Grizzlies last week or this past week with no Kawhi, no Paul George, and Luke Kennard has like a 30-piece. I mean, dude, like that's a deep team.
So well-oiled machine too.
It's a well-oiled machine. Ty Lue, Chauncey, they got that coaching staff stacked. I mean, the Clippers curse is real, but I don't know. I'm sort of leaning towards them just because LA's got the health. They got their. I don't know if they're gonna get right. And, they're playing Andre Drummond, 20, 25 plus minutes a game, and I'm not gonna bet. I'm not gonna bet on any team that's playing Andre Drummond that many minutes.
Absolutely not.
And expecting them to like be good. I mean, LeBron is LeBron. He's gonna be the best player when it counts. But
yeah,
shoot,
I'm hoping they get healthy and give us a good series though.
I'm hoping they get healthy so we don't have that series in the first round. Because
me too.
At this point, they might the way they're playing, that might be like the 3-6 matchup. And I'm like,
oh man, I hope not so anti-top at it,
right? And then we're gonna have to see Rudy Gobert in the West Finals, bro.
Oh, brother. I'm so tired of the Jazz this season. I like Donovan Mitchell though, but I don't know. I can't like bring myself to pretend to be happy about Rudy Gobert possibly winning the ring.
About anything the Jazz do.
Exactly. It's just not within me.
There's just something about him I just don't like.
Exactly. But I'm gonna say this though: if the Clippers go all the way, and Rondo get that third ring, that Chris Paul talk is dead.
No, absolutely, bro. One of my favorite Celtics memories is I went to Celtics Hornets in 2009, and literally the entire upper bowl was the entire game we were chanting Rondo's better. at CP3. Anytime he was at the free throw line, anytime he had the ball, and so I've been Team Rondo, for damn near a decade,
Facts.
and I'm staying there.
No, when the Lakers won last year, I went on Facebook. So like back in like 10, 2011, me, my brother, my cousin used to argue like best point guards. My cousin's a Bulls fan, so we used to go like Rondo and D Rose all the time. Then my brother's a Thunder fan, so it's like then he threw Westbrook in there, and I doubled back after the Lakers won the title. I said Rondo just lapped your favorite players in rings again. I
Hey,
said so for here on out, I don't want to hear about it no more.
I'm a CP3 fan, but it is a little. It would be a little fucked up if Rondo ended up with three of them.
On his on a
Chris
team
Paul,
where he's like the top 3 player in
oh,
franchise history at that.
I, I didn't even make that connection. If he got a title with the Clippers before CP3, bro, oh my god,
It's over.
it'd be over. It would be over. I don't think Chris Paul could really look at Rondo in the face anymore. I don't think
he could have.
I don't think any of those stare downs that he does during the games when they play. I don't think those can happen anymore. I just think at
They
that point
can.
it's dead.
He's unbeatable. He's unstoppable at this point. Ronald's gonna like troll him just like for the rest of their lives.
I can't even put it past Rondo that he didn't get traded to the Clippers on purpose, just just to spite Paul. Just you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I bet he was probably in the Atlanta GM's ear, like, yo, trade me to the Clippers, and I'm just gonna lord this over CP3 for the next 10 years.
Exactly. I won a title with your best friend last year, and I won a title with your old franchise.
Next, you're gonna do? You're gonna go to the freaking Pelicans and win a title.
That'd be
Yo, I
hilarious. Him and
with the
Zion,
did you?
he just running laps the rest of his career, like winning games in Chris Paul cities.
That'd be so fucked up, man.
He don't take a 1 year stint in OKC and like get to the second round or something stupid like
Oh,
that.
I honestly, now I really want Rondo to do this because this actually this sounds like a hilarious, next 5 years he could just go to every team Chris Paul ever play for.
Exactly. The Chris Paul hate tour. Oh my god. But nah, that would be hilarious though. What do you think about the Nets? You think they're gonna make noise when the Alls get here?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't want to say they're gonna walk to the finals, but they might jog to the finals. You know what I mean? Like, I guess the injury stuff can slow them down, but I was thinking even before they got Harden that they were gonna walk to the finals. So
Yeah,
now,
pretty much.
as long as if PD is able to give them 30 minutes a night, then I mean, I don't see anybody who's
Yeah.
got the Philly. I'm not. No, Philly's not going to beat them. Milwaukee to me might be the best hope just because I think they're a team that one has at least been deep in the playoffs at least once.
Yeah.
They got Drew, they got Chris, and they have shooting everywhere. So I mean, maybe that series could go 6 or 7.
Yeah. I said
Ooh,
earlier, if the Nets get to like a top 15 defense at least, they probably like run the table. But then they like double down on like just offense only. So they
exactly.
decided
Yeah.
to become like the best offense ever, pretty much. Like when they're gonna be healthy. So
What is the defensive game plan for you're suiting up against Kyrie, Katie, and James Harden, and they have 40% 3-point shooters.
exactly.
Basically,
And Kyrie's having the best season of his like career too.
I think I've seen Kyrie miss 2 shots all season.
I
That's
believe it.
every time I'm watching this guy, he has his stat lines like 35, 11 for 17. You know what I mean? Or some stupid shit like that. And at these games, he's just playing with Bruce Brown and Landry Shamet. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
What's he gonna do when you can't even double team him without leaving KD open? Like,
Exactly. Dude gets to spar with like the best offensive players in the league in practice every day. He's not worried about nothing.
all right. someone probably asking him about, so are you worried that Ben Simmons is gonna shut you down? And he's like, are you serious, bro?
What he gave
You
Ben Simmons like 35 or something about a couple weeks ago?
7, bro, and they're probably gonna be asking him or if he's worried about Matisse Thybulle's rear view contest or something like
Like, stop
that.
it.
Please,
Stop
bro,
it.
he went toe to toe with freaking Iguodala, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green.
And he's like 23 years old, going crazy.
Shoot, and now he's got KD and Harden. Like, bro,
Exactly.
that's not even fair. I
Kyrie's like 6'2" Kobe.
think he is 6'2" Kobe. Like, if he was 6'8", there's no reason he wouldn't be like at least the third best player in this league. You know what I mean? Like, there's
Exactly.
at least.
And he's playing like the style of basketball from like the previous decade, and it's still like
Right?
elite. He's like one of the only like 5 guys that can play that way today and get away with it.
There was a time where I thought, the Celtics may have a shot. I thought, okay, we might be able to hang with them just on a pure, like, okay, they have 3 guys who can get 30 every night, and we got 3 guys who can get 30 every night. That's dead.
No.
Like, we have 2 guys who can get 30 every night, and a third guy who might be able to get 15.
Exactly. But the difference is our guys getting 30 are working like considerably harder to get their 30. Like KD can just like take the step off like above like half court for like the entire game and just pull up and end up with like 30.
He's annoying, bro. I can't stand. I love KD, but every time we play these guys, it's the same thing. Kyrie's going for 4. KD's gonna get his 35 on 20 shots in 25 minutes, and then Harden's probably gonna get his 25 and 10 with 30. It's
like the 3 most effortless players in the league, B. You try to talk it up to him, yo.
Bro, I thought like, okay, you might, there might be a weak spot in there with that big man, because they're gonna have to rely on DeAndre, and then all of a sudden Nick Claxton is out here, guarding guards out 30 feet. Blake Griffin somehow is running without hitting his life alert button, and it's like, what was going on, man? Like,
no, Blake was capping in Detroit for like the last 2 years.
Was freaking that is absolute. Adam Silver has got investigations. The Blake Griffin I saw when Tatum hit that game winner on him earlier in the season is not the Blake Griffin that is playing with Brooklyn, because that dude can somehow run, jump, and it's freaking annoying, man.
Right. Then they finally found a consistent role for Jeff Green after and he's been in the league for 15 years or so.
I can't even watch this guy. I'm happy for him, but I can't even watch this guy anymore. You know how many articles I wrote in high school? I was like, oh, okay, this guy's gonna be the next Paul Pierce.
Oh no, I'm with you. I was walking around the hallways talking to all my friends, telling them Jeff Green was up next.
Bro, I think it was 2013 or 2012. He hit a game winner on Miami. I was like, oh, this guy's freaking.
I said, we here. It's time.
We got Paul, we got KG, and then they're gonna room Rondo and Jeff, and they're gonna be the next freaking, Shaq and Kobe, or the next great duo. That's what I was thinking. And then, fortunately, he was able to, rebound from his heart condition, but even after that, he's just been bouncing around, team after team. But I'm happy for him.
No, salute, Jeff. He went to the finals a couple of years ago. Didn't really do much, but remember he was on the Cavs? He snuck one in on us.
Yeah, bro. That game. Oh shoot, yeah, 'cause he murdered them in that game 7. He was the only other Cav that was actually doing it. Oh, dude, you just reminded me of that. That just pissed me off all over again. I totally forgot about that.
Exactly. But speaking of, now let's stay on KD for a second. Why is KD the biggest liar ever? Everything that come out KD mouth like the last 3 to 4 years, so he just lying unprovoked. You see what he said about the Warriors like a couple days ago?
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, he was like, he went to them because they were the underdog team or something like that. Like, stop it.
The underdog team, bro.
That's in like the middle of a dynasty. Like he just be lying. He just be trying it for no reason.
Man, they won 73 games. I went to the game, the Celtics Warriors game that season. They won 73, and they were on that 20-something game win streak. And I kid you not, like half the arena was in Steph Curry jerseys in Boston. You know, like the year after, or no, that was the year. No, that wasn't the year after they went to the UCF. But still, it was in the middle of the season, a Golden State Warriors game in Boston, and half the arena is in Golden State jerseys, and this guy saying they were a franchise.
I'm not looking at what they did the last 5 years. Well, that's you are,
bro.
Like just the last couple years. All right, so we got that lie. When he said he went to the Nets because he was interested in Atkinson as a coach. That was a lie. Because you let DJ like bully him out the coaching position like the later on that same year.
I don't understand why he doesn't just listen. You wanted a ring. I don't care.
Exactly.
I mean, me personally, I don't give a shit about that.
Exactly.
I mean, I know other people do because people are still talking to him about it. 5 years later, he's still talking about it.
Like he just keep capping. Like he said something. It was something else I can't remember. He said, but everything that come out KD mouth, like recently, he just lying. Like
he's just coping, dude. It's just all cope. All cope. Like he just kind of handle like LeBron did. Like LeBron just went to Miami. He's like, yeah, I'm here, man.
Exactly.
You either get on or get off. At that point, just embrace it and don't even try.
Exactly. He gonna get in his LeBron bag soon. Every time we see him, he gonna be like reading a different book. he's gonna like, yeah. I'm reading the first man. Like, okay, bro.
You got like War and Peace like halfway through.
Halfway through the first chapter. I'm reading the Marcus Garvey biography. Like, all right, bro.
Like, hey, that LeBron pick of him with the Malcolm X book and someone who asked that, was it like
it was Taylor Rutz.
Yeah, she asked him a question about it. He couldn't even answer. He's
no, he's real smart. Like, obviously.
He was sounding like me in like high school when I had to lead like a book discussion on a book I didn't even read. And I'm just notes 5 minutes before class or some shit.
Ridiculous, man. That's my guy to salute KD. He got to cut it out though. He got to cut it out. Him, LeBron, and Kyrie. They just be. It was like the three biggest. You said what?
I think LeBron's the worst, honestly. I think there's something in his brain that like doesn't like know when to stop lying.
What's the Kobe 81? LeBron was like, yeah, I told my boy he was like, I walked out and said, yo, you're going to get 70 today.
Bro, what was that like 2005?
Exactly. Like I don't doubt that you say he's probably gonna get like 40 or something, but you didn't say 70.
You did not say 70, bro. There's no one, like for like no reason too. Like that's like not a lie. She like cares about.
And what was the other one that on the college basketball? He was like, the guy hit the shot from half court or whatever.
Wait, what did you say?
The college basketball, the Final Four. When the dude hit like the half court shot to win the game, Brown was like, I knew as soon as he got it, that was money. Like, all right, bro.
Oh, yeah. The most shameless LeBron lie was when he said that he would have hooped at HBCU. He said that, like, and my brain is like going, like, what is this guy talking about?
Bro, no, you weren't. You were driving a Hummer. You were driving a Hummer like your senior year of high school. Before you even played the basketball season, you had like the newest Hummer. No, you weren't going to HBCU, bro.
I saw that and I just kind of like was like dumbfounded. I'm like, do you think I'm stupid?
Exactly. LeBron was taking one flight in that Duke private jet, and all thoughts of HBCU was out the window.
he and Coach K were probably dining at this like freaking 5-star restaurant, planning out the next year's tournament or whatever. I'm like, this guy's trying to say he was about to go to like Howard.
Tell some me and such would have went to Accra State, bro. Stop it.
me and Trav and all my boys that from Akron were really planning on going to Grambling State.
Man, no, you weren't. No, you weren't.
Like, okay.
No, okay. Like you were the chosen one at like 16, bro. No, you weren't. Stop it.
The next mic is gonna be it was gonna be hooping on what? Like they don't even televise those games. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. Like okay, bro. You'd have went to negotiations like before you signed a letter of intent. They would have like been way out of your price range.
right?
Like stop it. Oh man. Okay, dog. Oh, so let's see. Playoffs. Oh, that's about everything. So MVP Jokic.
Oh, Jokic all day. There was probably like maybe like a few weeks period where I was like I could see Embiid getting it.
Mm-hmm.
He's balling all the time. He's doing 30, 11, 4 assists. That's solid. You know what I mean? That's an MVP stat line right there. I would Sixers are they were number one. But I mean you can't miss like 30 games in a season and get MVP. That's just like
Yeah.
that's
They
just
were gearing up to give it to LeBron for the first half of the season until he got hurt.
that's true. I was honestly I wasn't I didn't think that was too egregious to be honest. I thought LeBron was still hooping. I mean, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, but at this point, I don't even think you can really make an argument for anybody other than Jokic because what he's doing is special, man. They're like 20, I think he's at like 27, 11, and like 9 assists. He's
Exactly.
shooting,
They just keep winning.
and they keep winning. Like everybody's arms keep falling off. Like nobody just got hurt. I know, obviously Jamal out for the year. That sucks. But it don't matter. He had a damn near 50 points the other night versus Memphis.
Yeah.
Another, I mean, did you see that pass he made with like .9 on the clock the other night?
No, I didn't see that one.
I don't know. I can't remember who they were playing, but the other team made a free throw. There was .9 left, and Jokic literally booked ass, grabbed the inbound, just chucked it down, and he just on the money to his teammate for a layup.
Okay. Oh yeah, I did see that one. I didn't talk about.
And I'm just like, dude, there's probably, you know, I think he's probably either him or LeBron. Like him or LeBron are the only two guys in the league right now making that pass. Chris
Absolutely.
Paul might be able to make that pass, but he's a little short guy, so I don't think he's driving that rebound like that and
Yeah.
and chucking it down the court like that. But I'm going
Exactly.
Jokic. I think they got the same record as Philly now too. So yeah, you can't even say wins now.
Yeah. Defensive player of the year. Rudy or Ben?
Oof, give me Bam.
You
Bam's
said
my
Ben.
favorite player.
Oh, you said Bam. I said Ben.
Oh, Ben. Oh no, I'm not. I can't. I'm not
You
even.
can't vouch for Ben.
Talk for Ben. I'm not. First off, did you see that interview he did with
Yeah.
G whatever where he was like, yeah, but Kyrie, the guy was like, yeah, Kyrie had 37 on you, and he's like, yeah, but he was a -9.
Oh, bro. Yeah. That was pretty
And so
nasty.
that was after that I was like, yeah, no, I'm not. If I had a vote, I'm not voting you no more. If I was a voter, I'd be petty like that. Like if I saw that, I wouldn't even like, and even like stats wise, from what I can see, I don't even. I mean, I'm not. All right, I'm not gonna get on here and say he's not worthy of being consideration, but I'm also not gonna be like, oh well, he's defending all these different players. I'm like, okay, cool, you know what I mean? Whatever. Bam's doing the same shit in Miami without half the hype, and I
Yeah.
think they have defense, or at least I'm not even gonna say that because I haven't even looked at the numbers, so I'm not gonna get on here and
Him,
cap. But
him and Jimmy down there fighting for like dear life every game too.
fight for their lives. I don't even. I was checking the scores earlier, and they were like in like a 3-point game with Chicago.
Exactly. They're gonna be
The
a
coach,
play-in team. It seems.
they're gonna be a playing team. C's got two more versus them. If the C's beat them twice, which I think they probably will, because Miami dirt, bro. They
Yeah.
stink. Sorry if any Miami fans listen to this, but fuck your team.
Exactly. I would love for the Heat to lose to like the Wizards in the play-in, and like just miss
That
the
would
playoffs.
that
The
would
Wizards
be
and the Raptors out the playoffs after after the bubble. Oh man,
the Wizards are hooping right now, dude. Like
the
Russ is
hottest
on
team in the league.
Russ is on his MVP shit right now. Like
I love it.
walking out of bed getting 20, 15, and 15. Like
And you win the games doing it too. That's the best part.
I honestly wouldn't want to play them in the plan.
Nah,
Like that's what
definitely not.
I'm like looking at the Celtics schedule. I'm like, these dudes better win these games. Like I'm trying to get. Like I don't want to be in no plan, bro.
Exactly. I need the Wizards to open up the arena for fans so I can see Russ play at least like one time.
Like oh, because they're definitely gonna try to trade that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
like that Russ Wizards jersey is gonna be a hot commodity. Probably like 10 years. It's gonna be like the what the who's Ewing play for? The Orlando Magic, the Orlando Ewing jerseys, or like the Celtic stack jersey.
The Hakeem Raptors jersey.
Oh yeah, right. Like that's you gotta get that Russ Wizard jersey.
Exactly.
Disrespect to Russ. That's you know
And the Mavs out west scared to death of Steph in the play-in.
you don't want no. I don't think anybody in the West wants to see Steph Curry in either a playoff series or even a playing game. You know what I mean? I
Can't
wouldn't.
blame him. I wouldn't either.
He damn near beat the C's by himself.
By himself.
But
Every
literally
time
by.
every time somebody on the C's made a layup, that man made a three like right after.
I know, right? I know. With Steph, it's like you're not trading layups. You're trading. You got to trade threes.
Exactly. We go on like a 6-0 run. This stuff goes on like his own like mini run for the next like 3 minutes. It's like, come on, bro.
Like, come on, dog.
Just let it go, man.
Watch that game, and it was. I was getting mad. I don't know why I was getting mad at Grant Williams, but I just sometimes I was just getting mad at him. Steph was hitting these threes in his face, and I'm going back and watching, the highlights or whatever. I'm like, damn, Grant was playing pretty damn good defense right there.
No,
And,
the only one he really got him was the 4-point play.
oh, with the one arm, that's
Yeah,
jeez,
that was,
man.
that was ignorant.
Like, are you serious? You can't even do that shit in 2K, man. Like,
Exactly, you sure can.
I try playing as the Warriors at 2K. Like, this isn't even fun because this is not like, what I mean? It's not even like Steph in real life in a video
Exactly.
game.
No, I can't play with the Warriors in 2K. So I don't like want to play serious with them. I just want to like take the step above half court and just launch a three. And I
That's
expect to
all.
make it too. So when I miss like photos in a row, I don't want to play no more.
This isn't fun.
It's unrealistic. Oh man. But all right, to end every show, I'll do a top 5 segment where I ask you your top 5 on a couple subjects just for you. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
The generic basketball question, your top 5 favorite players ever.
Ooh, that's tough. All right, my top two are pretty easy. I'm going Paul and KG. Number 3, got to be Shaq. That was my favorite player when I was like a kid. Like I
All our
was
favorite players and shit.
like like I was like I'm not gonna say I was like rooting for the Lakers back then because but like I was rooting for Shaq. When I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Even when the Lakers were playing the Celtics, I was still like, oh, let's go Shaq. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And number 4, that's tough. I'm probably gonna have to. If we're just doing favorites, I'll probably say um Smart, just because he's one of my favorite Celtics ever. The way he plays, awesome. And let me see, number 5, I would say, um, let me go. When I was a kid, I really loved watching T Mac. I don't know why. I never really liked the Rockets or even the Magic, but watching T Mac hoop, he was a fun player to watch. So I'll say T Mac number.
Definitely. That's a strong one. Your top 5 favorite rappers.
Ooh, number 1, Kendrick. 2, Hove.
Fast. Got it.
3, and honestly, he didn't even I'm gonna say Drake for number 3, and he didn't even really used to be one of my favorite rappers until maybe I'm gonna say the last year or so, just because I never really messed with his rap like that, and then he dropped If You Read This, and I was like, okay, this is pretty dope, and I was
He
like,
was
well,
spitting on that.
that was my favorite tape, and when that came out, and so I didn't even really listen to him like that, and then going back this past year, I've been listening to Nothing Was the Same. So
That's my favorite album of his.
that album, I've been listening to that a lot, and I was like, damn, this is really nice. And I was kind of hating on the dude for a very long time, and now I was just like, he's one of my favorites. I can't even deny it.
That boy was cold at one point.
He was. Now it's here hit miss, but let me say number 4. Um, definitely Ye. I don't even know why I waited till 4. I'll actually say Ye's number 3, and then Drake number 4. That that's I'm sorry, Kanye. I know you're I know you're in a weird spot, but you're still that's those first 5 albums. Just
Still a legend.
I mean, I can't you can't even you can't even say anything about the first 5 he dropped. It's just
Untouchable.
untouchable. There's nothing to say other than those things are just classics. And number 5, I'll say Freddie Gibbs.
Yes.
Gibbs Gibbs is my guy. I didn't even really know of his music until maybe 3 years ago. But
Same here.
everything he drops is solid gold to me.
Fast. Usually rapping. I was late to the party too.
Yeah, so it's just
Yeah.
I think my album was probably Pinata, and then I went back. I listened to Shadow of a Doubt, and I haven't even really listened to his mixtapes, and I've heard those are pretty good. So I gotta get those in the rotation.
Definitely. All right, the last one. You the film junkie, so what's your top 5 favorite films?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a great question. I love that question. Definitely my number 1 favorite film, Goodfellas. I've probably seen that shit shoot, minimum 15 times. A lot. I could throw that on now and just have it on mute. You know what I mean? And I could still quote the scenes. I love that movie. Number 2, I would say Superbad. That's my favorite comedy.
Super is hilarious.
That's another one where I could literally as the movie's playing, I could say the lines. I love that movie so much. 3, I'll say The Departed. Love that one. I mean, I'm a huge crime movie guy. So anything where they're talking in accents and they're dealing drugs, that's my shit. I gotta throw in superhero movies because I love superhero movies. I'll say, whew, I'm gonna say Logan. That's my favorite superhero movie. I would say. Oof. Yeah, Logan. Yeah, I would say Logan. Logan, and then number 5. What was that? 3 or 5? What did I say? Goodfellas,
You saw
Superbad.
Goodfellas, Superbad,
Oh yeah,
Logan, Departed. So
Departed.
you're on 5.
Okay, my number 5. I will say another superhero. Actually, no, not that. I'll say No Country for Old Men.
Nice.
That's another one.
That's a strong five.
That's those are the ones where I can. If you put that on, I'll never object to it in any scenario. The
I'm
world could
not
be
mad
ending,
at it.
and you could put it on like Goodfellas, and I'm like, "Oh, let's just chill, you know."
I'm not mad at it. You finished Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Oh yeah, that was
How was I haven't I only seen the first episode. I haven't got around to the rest of it yet.
the
How was
first.
it?
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it was pretty good. It just got a little bit I want to say cringy with the way they kind of did the whole black issues. Like I don't know the way
They went all lives matter the last episode.
almost almost. I mean, I'm not even gonna say they went all lives matter, but it was like they. I don't want to spoil anything either. So, but I will say that it was a Disney-fied version of of like black trauma, and you know.
Oh brother.
I would have been fine if they just did the whole Black Captain America thing and kind of
Yeah.
skated over. What's the black guy think about being a Captain America, and they just did have Sam punching people and shit. I would have been okay with
Yeah.
that. Uh,
It's better than WandaVision.
oh, for real. Oh, so much better. Yo. WandaVision pissed me off though.
It was cool.
It was okay. It wasn't bad. I just thought it was gonna be something different. So maybe
Hmm.
that's my
No.
fault.
It got really it got like it was started off good and like seemed like it could be really creative, but then it got kind of bland towards the last few
But
episodes.
yeah, and then like the last episode was just like a Marvel movie. You know what I mean? Like, oh, there's Wanda and Vision fighting an evil robot and evil witch. And I was like, oh, okay.
Disney going Disney, so
I don't know. I can't even be mad at Disney.
no.
What did I
At
think?
least
I was just Citizen Kane or some shit.
always on Brian.
Like, there's nothing else I could expect. So I'll
Right.
give it 10.
I still haven't even seen the Mandalorian either. I don't plan on
That
watching it either. I don't have like a Star Wars
I,
interest after the last movie, so
I will say it is like significantly better than obviously Rise of Skywalker, which to me doesn't exist because I still honestly I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never even seen the like the HD version. So
I don't.
when it first came out, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna pay for this. So I just kind of like torrented it on some random site,
Oh
or
man, I
and
pay
so
for it. I pay for it. It's me and my friends. We like the last like four movies. We always go to see like every Star Wars movie. So we like went to see it, and in the moment, I really enjoyed it. But then like as the days went on, I sat at home and like thought about it. I was like, oh,
right,
this thing kind of sucked.
like wait a minute, why did this happen? Or wait a minute, you know what I mean?
And
It's
then
just
I'll
like
go like, then I'll see a clip come past my timeline, and be like, oh, this is really bad.
you didn't know he was on the transport. Like what? Like what do you mean?
And then, but in theaters though, I was like, as I was watching it, I was really liking it until the last 20 minutes got like super cheesy.
Oh my god, all that.
It then turned into like it turned into a Marvel movie at the end of it.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, this is cool. Then like he started like powering up. I was like, oh, here we go.
I remember watching it because I'd like seen, or no, I'd read the spoilers for it because I was like already in that mindset where this is gonna be a shit movie, so I'm just gonna read spoilers so I'm not pissed off while I'm watching it. And like I read the spoilers and I was like, oh, this is fake. There's no way this is real.
Same.
And, and then I'm watching the movie and I'm like, hold on a minute, this is are they gonna do this?
They were so close. They almost had a good trilogy. So close.
As far as I'm concerned, The Last Jedi was the last movie.
It's the last one.
It was the last one. I mean, it worked. It works as a good, ending to a series. Like,
It does. The Last Jedi made the first movie from like mediocre to like actually good.
yeah, like honestly, I didn't mind the Force Awakens. It was like,
It was cool. It wasn't
It was
nothing
alright.
like special, but it was alright.
I was like, okay, it's a little, New Hope rehash or whatever, but
Yeah.
good cast. The
And
action was pretty good, pretty funny.
then then Ryan went in and like added some much needed context to like a lot of
Hey,
characters. I was like, oh, this makes a lot more sense now. I can't wait to see what the new direction they're going. And then you see the new direction, it's like, oh, come on.
let's just pretend it doesn't exist.
Pretty
But the
much.
Mandalorian is actually like I actually like I was like not into it at first, but this second season was pretty good. The ending was like Rise of Skywalker kind of bad to me,
They
but
can't help themselves.
only in the sense that it was like remember this kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's just like what I mean. It's just like I want them to move away from everything that happened.
Please.
With George Lucas and all that shit. Just make new stuff. You know?
Did you like the prequels?
Eh, I mean, the weird thing is like I loved them when I was a kid, and like that was Star Wars for me when I was a kid. The prequels,
Yeah.
like even I didn't even know they made the first three Star Wars movies until I had seen the last Star Wars movie. Like my mom was like in shock when I told her I've never seen these, and so we just spent like a weekend watching them one weekend, and I was like, this is pretty awesome, you know what I mean? Like, and then I hadn't watched the prequels for a really long time, and I remember watching maybe I think I watched Attack of the Clones maybe like my senior year of high school or something like that, and I was like, what
Yeah.
the
They're entertaining for what it's worth.
and I still swear by Revenge of the Sith. Like that's one of my
Same.
favorite. No matter what,
That
I don't care.
no we don't.
I don't.
Always knew you was a real one.
You know what I mean? Like all the film people can say like, oh, the acting sucks, whatever. And it's like I don't even care because once they get on Mustafar, that shit is like
It's
one of the
lit.
best. It's so good, man.
I was just watching it the other weekend, like sent my friend the unlimited power scene. That's like the part we always laugh at.
Oh yeah, yeah.
When you sent Mace like flying out the window.
Oh, bro, that shit had me heated when I was a kid. Mace was my guy, so I was like, a black guy in Star Wars. I was like, this is awesome,
Exactly.
and it's Samuel L. Jackson, and then they just freaking throw him out of a window, man. Out of a window. You can't give my guy more dignity than just throw him out of a window.
Exactly. Then the way he like flies out the window, it's like he twitches and he just like plucked out the window.
Disrespectful. Like, come
It looks
on.
so goofy. Oh man, but I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Hey, man, it was fun. I had a good time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come back anytime.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
All right, I appreciate it.